What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Just United, here with myself, Gov.
Myself, M Flows. You already know.
And myself, H Flows. Obviously, Friday Night Counter Attack. But we're back again, and we're talking about Man United versus FC Twente in the first game of the Europa League for Manchester United. And it's on a Wednesday night, so we're no longer Thursday night football. It's Wednesday night football, boys.
Let's just pretend we're in the Champions League.
It's a European night on a Wednesday.
In the Champions League, that's what it is.
It's
but they're not Liverpool. They're not us.
It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this game. We've got FC Twente at home. I'm not going to be going to the game. Gov, are you going to the game?
No, I'm not going.
That's okay. We'll be watching it from home, which will be quite nice as well. And I'm expecting a big performance from Man United, but I'm also expecting a rotated side as well. But Gov, share with us your initial thoughts on the game. What are we thinking?
It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, they won their last game 5-0. And yeah, their players are in form. There's scattered assists, goals. So yeah, it's not just one player that we've got to watch out for. First game of the Europa League. And we want to put a statement win out there in our group to, show that we're going to win it. No better way to do that than Old Trafford on a Wednesday night.
Wednesday European night. Wednesday European night. It's
a 5-0 win, though, in their last game coming into this game. Aren't you a bit nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. We're Premier League, man. We're top.
Mate, you guys couldn't even beat Palace the other day.
No. There's a lot of positives to take from that game. But
positives.
No, there is
against Palace. Come on, guys.
There's a reason I've kept quiet on that because
Obviously, if you want to hear what we talked about in the Palace review, check that video out, and don't forget to hit a like, share, and subscribe.
Getting back onto topic though, seriously, you think that this game's gonna be something you're gonna be looking forward to? Because honestly,
Old Trafford and European night, that crowd's going to be buzzing. It's going to be like the first game of the Premier League again. The atmosphere is always good. We got a big squad. There will be players given chances, and a couple of those players that I want to talk about. One of them is Bruno Fernandes again, just because I have a feeling that he might be rested for this game, and it could be a big miss. And yeah, it just could be difficult for us otherwise.
Do you think that United should be resting Bruno Fernandes, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a new format in the Europa League as well. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not against it at all because remember, he's played like every single game besides one, that Crystal Palace game last season. And it started every game. He's not really coming off the bench as much. So the fact we've got more depth in our midfield now for the first time in a while makes it a bit more engaging for our squad, because of all the players that we had injured last season, Bruno wasn't one of them. And it was one of those things where you're looking at it thinking, we had 60 injuries last season. We mentioned before recording as well that Rodri's now out for the season for Manchester City. I'm hoping for a slow recovery from him. As long as it's going to be okay, it's going to be absolutely fine. But when your key players are going to be out, that's something that you don't want to be worrying about at all. So if we're going to get injured against FC Twente or in a Carabao Cup game, that's the worst thing you can have as a fan.
I don't think he would even start in any of the Carabao Cup games.
No, exactly. He didn't start last week and he came off on the bench as well. So Eriksen got his time to get some minutes in as well. Mason Mount's going to be coming back from his injury, which would be great to see. And then we've got Spurs on the weekend, which is more of an important game for me. So we've got our predicted 11s coming up soon. But Gav, let's hear your thoughts on Bruno.
Yeah, so Bruno is going to be a big miss either way. If he doesn't play, he's always going to be a big miss. But it's time for the other players from the bench to step up and claim a spot in the team. It's early season. If you perform, we know Ten Hag gives you a chance if you perform. And that leads me nicely on to the other player that I want to talk about, who may get a chance because he didn't play on the weekend. Mason Mount. Big game for him if he plays. Obviously coming back from injury, we don't want to see him get injured again, obviously. But yeah, he needs to show something now. We've seen the press. We've seen that he can play nice football. We just need to see a run of games from him now.
For me, this is Mason Mount's time for resurgence. If he can do it in the Europa League and in the Carabao Cup, and he can get some minutes off the bench in the Premier League, that will be big for him, big for his confidence. And remember, he was an international for England, 4 years ago now as well. So the fact that he was so consistent at Chelsea by playing well for them, now it's the time to kind of see what that 50 million, that 60 million pound that we spent on Mason Mount really will be. And if it means that he gets his confidence in the Europa League and in the midweek games, then so be it. Because we're going to have more Europa League games to be playing than ever before as well. We're going right into January, so there's not going to be a winter break in European football. So this is where I'm thinking, rest Bruno, give Mason Mount a couple more games in the midweek as well, and let's see what he's about, because as Man United fans, we've barely been seeing anything from him just yet as well. And it's very worrying because when you're seeing all of the players that we've signed in, more times than not, they've not really worked out from Manchester United's point of view. So hopefully this is where he can turn a corner for us.
Do you think he'll start, or do you think he'll come off the bench?
He'll come off the bench because he didn't play against Crystal Palace as well. So we'll be looking to be getting... He doesn't want to...
Rush him back.
We don't want to see him rush back. That's the worst thing for me as well. For me personally, might be a different story.
Okay. So let's get into the starting 11s then.
By the way, Mohit and I did ours together. We telepathically thought about ours together as well.
Yeah, we're on the same wavelength.
Absolutely.
Just obstacles.
Exactly.
I go into your starting 11 first, then Hamza.
Nicely done. As you can see on the screen, we've got Christian Eriksen starting again. I would not mind seeing Harry Almas make his debut at left back, but it's more of the fact that I want to see Harry Maguire playing again. He had a really good game against Barnsley. Everyone likes to clown that it's Barnsley, but the fact that it's got confidence in Harry Maguire playing football again, I'm really happy to see that. And I'd like to see Bayinde start, our backup goalkeeper, give Onana a rest as well. But my front three is where it's going to be quite fun, because with FC Twente, we just said it earlier with M-Flows as well, they won 5-0 away on the weekend as well. So we need to kind of dent their own confidence by playing Rashford, and we've got Garnacho up front as well. What's your thoughts, Gov?
Yeah, I agree. I've made a few changes to my team as well.
No, I meant what's your thoughts on my team?
No. I know. I was saying I made a few changes to my team just because, for the exact same reason you're saying, you want to get some minutes in other players' legs, Harry Maguire being one of them.
What about M-Flows' choice for number 9? What do you think of that?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm not... see, I think that United should be taking this game a bit more seriously, to be honest. Look, end of the day, you want to set a precedent, people. Like, you're at home, of course. You're playing FC Twente. They've come off of a 5-0 win. Their confidence is going to be sky high. They know that United are not playing well at the moment. So it's a good chance to capitalise for them and set precedent as well. And of course, what better way to really do it away at Old Trafford? It's a big game for them, and they've got a lot of dangermen. We were just speaking about a couple of their players.
Yeah, we've got Sam Lammers, who used to play for Rangers, Atalanta as well. We've got their winger Rot, who's been pretty good as a young one that coming out of the Netherlands as well. They're fourth in the Eredivisie at the moment, so they're looking pretty good. But if there's ever a manager to kind of defeat an Eredivisie team, it's Liverpool's Arne Slot. It's not Erik ten Hag. We can sign all the players from the Netherlands, but it's Arne Slot who'd be doing it.
But yeah, so we're going to get into my starting 11 as well now. I've gone with, same as you, Harry Maguire in defence, Mazraoui, Martinez, and
I think the audience wants to know as well, do you do your starting 11 after you've done mine? So do you copy and paste mine from what I've seen?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I don't. I had mine ready before. But then I've gone with Casemiro and Ugarte in midfield.
Nice.
And then I've done put Mason Mount in there as well in the 10.
You drop Eriksen?
I just want to see some Mason Mount when he's got two solid defenders behind him. I want to see what he can do.
Defenders or defensive midfielders?
Defensive midfielders. Defenders of the back line. Defenders of the back line. But yeah, and then I've gone with Garnacho, Zirkzee and Rashford up top.
Do you think that this game could... So, in your opinion, do you think that this game could potentially be redemption then for Casemiro? For his...
Not really. I don't know. I don't think so. I'd like to think if he's got a defensive-minded player next to him, he doesn't have to worry as much and, dive into those challenges. But that's why we're going to talk about FC Twente's tactics for now.
Mm-hmm.
What they're going to do to us potentially with that kind of midfield.
What are they going to do to us? Let's hear your thoughts.
Let's hear your thoughts.
I don't know.
This is your
to
segue.
be honest,
this
but
is your segue. Let's listen to it.
I hope we get a good result, and
do you think we can control the game at home against FC Twente?
We should be able to.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do.
I do. Do you think we'll score goals?
I thought we were going to beat
goals against them.
I thought we were going to beat Palace 3-1, and that didn't happen. But you take it with a pinch of salt.
I was right on that one.
Take it with a pinch of salt, and they got a good lineup. They usually play in a 4-2-3-1, and yeah, they're going to be very dangerous. And one of the tactics that they like to do based off their last game, especially, is get their wing backs forward and running down them flanks. That's where we're gonna, potentially be hurt.
Yeah, it's like I mentioned, Dan Rots, their right winger, has been pretty good as a left-footed player. He likes to come in and basically work with the midfield as well, and it works really well for them because there isn't as much pressure on FC Twente in this game. They can go gung-ho and they can lose 5-0, but the fact that they can go all out for it goes to show that they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
and they're going to want... Yeah, exactly. They're going to have a big statement to prove going back to the Eredivisie. Oh, yeah, we beat... Erik ten Hag, and we beat Delit, we beat all of these people that used to play in the Eredivisie and work in the Eredivisie. So that's going to be a big thing for FC Twente as well. But to round it up, score predictions, I'm going to go for a 4-1 Manchester United win.
4-1.
4-1.
I definitely disagree with both of you two. I think FC Twente are going to win 2-0,
2-0.
2-0.
There's no chance of that happening. I'll tell you that right now. At Old Trafford, there's no chance of that happening at Old Trafford.
You know what? Yeah, if they win
first European night of the season, there's no chance of that happening. But let's get your prediction then. What is it? 2-0.
2-0. Yeah,
okay.
Rot's going to score. Yeah, and I bet you know what? Yeah, if they do win 2-0. And Rot scores, I want you to do a forfeit on this show.
Yeah, I want to see that happen as well.
What's the forfeit though? You have to tell me beforehand, before I agree to anything.
You guys pick the forfeit, put your suggestions in the comments, and we will pick something from there. And Gov will have to do it because he's obviously backing United so hard.
But yeah, so my prediction for the game, I'm going to go 3-1 again, just because we're at home.
Easy scoreline.
Yeah, easy scoreline, as you say. That was the preview for the FC Twente game.
Comment below your predictions for the game as well, and we'll look forward to seeing the best result.
Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
See you later.